welcome to my channel, Paul Empty Nester Creations here, and welcome back if you're returning. So today I am going to do one of these embroidery hook wreaths or signs. I did these two previously, and I had them hanging with some of the other videos that I've done in the past, so I've had a request on how I did them. They're very easy. Many of people have done them, and today we are going to do one that is a little more unique. It's a smaller one. It's going to be a 6-inch bamboo embroidery hoop that I picked up at Walmart, and I believe I paid for this one $1.27. The next size is $1.47, and then there's the largest size there's larger, but the largest size that I've done, I believe, was $2.27. So these fat squares is what I purchased from Walmart, and I believe you can get them for either 99 cents or you can get them for $1.47 depending on the pattern. So I previously did a buffalo red and black check, which I have there that I showed. And then I also recently picked this one up, which is a red, white, and green, so Christmas color puppy paws. So adorable. And I think that that's what I'm going to use for this DIY. I just want to do something just a tad bit different, not go with the red and black buffalo check that I've already done. So the first thing that you end up doing is, if you're going to redo this project yourself, is I am simply going to obviously take the tag off of the embroidery hoop. I'm going to twist. If you've never used an embroidery hoop, you just twist the top little handle. It's a screw really, and you take the inner hoop out, so you end up having two hoops. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the hooks. I keep saying hooks. They're hoops, and I'm going to paint them black. You can leave them this natural color. You can paint them any color you want. I thought black would go well. I'm going to use my Waverly ink black chalk paint, and I'm going to paint the inside, the outside, the side. So I'm going to paint all of both hoops, and then I'm going to allow it to dry. Once my embroidery hooks are completely dry, I am just going to take them and measure the fabric that I'm going to be using. What you want to do is pick a section of the fabric. I usually pick the corner. I am going to be using a HTV, so it's just a heat vinyl that I'm going to press on with my easy press. You can use a regular iron if you want. I'm going to try to have this particular file available. I'm still working on trying to figure out how I can post it so that anybody that has accessibility to it can access it, so that you can use it as well. But anyways, you're going to not do what I'm doing here. I've originally thought that you take the outer loop, which is the loop that has the screw, and you put that under the fabric, but then I realized, and then you put the inner loop on top, but that's the wrong way to do it. You actually put the inner loop, which is a smaller loop that does not have the screw, underneath the fabric, and then you place the outer loop, which is the bigger loop, with the screw over it, and you squeeze it through, and that tightens it. And that's how you determine if you have enough fabric, so that you know where to cut. You don't necessarily have to cut it all off. I guess you can cut a good portion off, and then you can hot glue some of it on the back, but I do cut it close to the hoops. So all I'm going to do here is I have an idea of what fabric section I want to use. So I'm just going to place my inner loop, which is a smaller loop, on top of the fabric, so that I have an idea of where I'm going to place my vinyl. I'm going to take my, again, like I said, my easy press. I have the mini, but you don't have to use this. You can use a regular iron if you don't have one of these little easy presses. I am just making sure that the area is flat, because there are creases from when the fabric was folded. And then I'm just going to, again, put my hoop down, my inner hoop, so it's a smaller portion, so that I know from an alignment perspective. And then I'm going to place my vinyl down, and I'm going to hot press it or heat press it onto the fabric. Now, I will say I'm going to fast forward this section, but I did make a mistake. When I was adding one of the pieces, I failed to have something that was covering the vinyl that I had already placed and removed the backing on, and it lifted a little bit. So I ended up having to lift it again and reprint that little white piece of the Santa hat. But you'll see that all in fast motion. So now that I have my vinyl ironed on, I'm simply repositioning my fabric to make sure that I have it centered to the circle hoop, embroidery hoop. And I am simply going to push down, and I have it centered, and I'm going to pull the fabric. And once I pull the fabric tightly, I am going to twist the screw so that it starts to tighten. And once it's tightened to where I feel everything's good, I'm going to cut the excess fabric off and then trim the additional fabric around the embroidery hoop in the back. So now I have the fabric all trimmed off. I want to show you what the back looks like, and look at the front, deck the paws. How freaking cute is that? Okay, so now I am going to embellish the top, and you know what? I'm going to leave in my do's and don'ts and likes and dislikes. I wasn't sure what I wanted to put on here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use this green jute twine to hang it or just regular jute twine. I had the hardest time trying to find where this jute twine started. But anyways, I'm going to fast forward this piece. But if you make this, have fun with it. Embellish it however you want to embellish it. In the end, I just made a little bow using some ribbon that I had purchased a few years back, and that's as simple as I left it. I ended up loving how it turned out. Originally, I had added those little foam filler balls that you can pick up from the Dollar Tree, and I did like how that looked, but I wasn't crazy about it. So, yeah. All right. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. And let me just add this. I am the queen of not knowing how to make a darn bow out of a ribbon to save my life. I kid you not. If the ribbon does not have wire in it, I struggle so much because I just don't think that it looks right. You know, it might look fine, but I just have it in my head that it just doesn't look right. So anyways, don't give up. Continue to try and practice making bows with non-wired ribbon. Eventually you will get there, and so will I. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you learned how to make a wall hanger or a wreath using an embroidery hoop if you did not know already how to make it. If you did like this video, hit the like button. And if you have not subscribed, I hope you consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a video. Thank you all.